Hey, thanks for watching. I am Ty Whitman of Kauai Podcast. What I'm going to show you today is a video I put together on a recent trip. It's 8 miles round trip up the Kalalau Trail to Hanakapi'ai Beach and then up a side trail to Hanakapi'ai Falls. The audio that I recorded for this video is actually cut from an hour-long podcast that I did on the same subject. It's Kauai Podcast number 19. You can find that in iTunes or at escapetokauai.com. So, I'm sitting here on Hanakapi'ai Beach right now, and I'm kind of in heaven. I got to tell you, this is my 6th trip to the islands. This is my first time ever making it to Hanakapi'ai Beach. The goal is to get to Hanakapi'ai Falls. So far, everything's looking really nice. Got going on the Kalalau Trail about 9 o'clock, I'm guessing. It rained last night. It was raining on my way here. Sun came out when I got to Hanakapi'ai Beach at the end of the road where the beginning of the Kalalau Trail is, and it's been a beautiful hike. The only thing about the raining is the trail's been very slippery, to say the least. Slippery. Some spots are like ice skating on that thing, man, but it's a gorgeous trail. When you first get going on that Kalalau Trail, it starts up like you're walking straight up a dry riverbed. I mean, the trail is literally formed with rocks like steps, and you head on up and you're just overwhelmed by the jungle around you, and you're kind of getting used to climbing straight up, so it's tiring. And you see a few overlook, I would say, what do you call that, outlook spots on Hanakapi'ai Beach there that are going to tease you to want to stop and take some pictures. And those are great spots to stop and grab a breath and look out and take a rest when you first get started, because your body's going to get in, it's tuning up for this hike. You're going to be more winded in the beginning than when you get into your rut there, or into your zone, I should say. But stop and look at those overlooks, but don't shoot all the pictures there. At the half-mile mark out, there's a fantastic overlook. And this is when you're going up, 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 and then you're going to turn to the left, and at this spot, two directions, or you're not even going to know what to do with yourself. One direction, you can look down on Hanakapi'ai Beach, and it is absolutely fabulous down there. I mean, the view's gorgeous. And then if you look the other direction, you're going to be able to see down the Na Pali coast, and you're just like, wow. But that is the spot that you're going to want to take. I'm rock hopping, trying to get closer to the cliffs here, hoping to drown out some of the wind. I don't know if you guys can hear wind or not, but it's a little windy here. I'm right up against the cliffs right now, so hopefully you don't hear me get conked on the head firsthand. Anyway, that overlook spot is great at the half-mile mark, and that's the spot where you're going to want to take your pictures at. And then you're going to go down you're going to turn to the left, and you're going to head down to the Kalalau Trail. And the trail winds in and out of the kind of these coves. You go in, then you come back out, and every time you come out, it winds out by the Na Pali coast. You can look down into the ocean there, and the ocean is so blue. I mean, it's just amazing. You can see the sand through the bottom of the ocean and so forth. Today, it was slippery. I was here last time, and I went as far as a little bit past that lookout, and it was dry as a bone. But if it's slippery like today, you got to be careful. So you're going to go in and out of those, and it seems like the trail goes kind of up a little bit, down a little bit, and it levels off just enough for you to kind of catch a wind, and then it'll go up and down, and then you'll hit the top part of the crest, and then it's all the way down to Hanakapi'ai Beach. And I got to tell you, it's a long... The rock fell. I'm trying to hide from the wind again, and the rock moved under my foot. It's a long down, and I don't know what it's going to be like up. It was really slippery. We passed these people, this couple I've run into 3 times this trip, and they were saying, I hope it's not raining on the way up. And it occurred to me, yeah, because it was pretty slippery wet. If it was actually raining, it'd be like a slip and slide trying to climb up that thing. It'd just be insane. But there's a long, steady dirt. No, it's not rocks like the beginning, way down to Hanakapi'ai Beach. And then you're going to pass a stream at the very end, and you hit Hanakapi'ai Beach. And this beach is a great place to stop and catch a break on the way up to Hanakapi'ai Falls, or it's a great end destination. Beautiful beach. I'm sitting here on it right now. There's the it's right in a valley. So there's a valley between two huge peaks of the Kalalau Trail, and the rock goes right up on each side of me. And you come down, there's a stream that runs right down the middle of those valley. I'm assuming that's the stream that's going to follow to Hanakapi'ai Falls. I'll let you know more about that when I get there. And then there's a bunch of black rocks, and then the beach. And it's a wide beach. It's known as one of the more dangerous, if not the most dangerous beach to swim in all of Kauai. And I'm looking out at it right now, and I'm thinking, who goes in here to swim anyway? You'd have to be absolutely insane to go in this water right now. There's huge waves, and they're arcing. It's like, if I was a surfer, I'd be like, yeah, that's the wave I want to catch. But it's like 30 feet off the shore or 25 feet off the shore, it's breaking. And it's breaking right on the beaches as well. It's got a dangerous rip current, shore breaks, and it'll pull you out to sea. And people die at this beach. Their vacation comes to an end very quickly. A reason I'm making a point to be gloomy like that is if you're going to do this hike, I want to make a point to say, stay out of the water when you come to this beach. I've heard people say, don't even put a toe in this water. I mean, it's a great place to stop, and it's a beautiful picture stop, and it's a great place to hang out, but it's nowhere you want to swim or snorkel or even think about that. The other side, there's this rock wall. There's some holes into it. Almost look like they're little caves or something like that. And by the way, there are bathrooms available here. So if you do this hike, know that when you get here, there are bathrooms. Pam's with me today, and this is her first trip ever to Hawaii. What do you think about the hike here?
It's worth it.
Yeah?
It's difficult, but it's worth it. This is a beautiful beach. And we saw some beautiful falls up there.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that. We passed 6 or 7 waterfalls on the way here, huh?
Beautiful.
A lot of little trickles, but a lot of big waterfalls crossing the trail. Probably, 4 decent-sized waterfalls we've crossed.
Yeah.
And then the valley, when you first get down to the beach, you come right down the valley and you cross a stream, and the stream just goes on forever, right? Right down between the valley the other direction. It's a really picturesque spot. What's your favorite part about this whole hike? Being done?
Done. Yes, being done. Sitting here at the beach. That's right. Watching the beautiful waves come in. They're so big, and the water's so blue. It's just beautiful, breathtaking.
How hard was that on a scale of 1 to 10 so far?
I would definitely say it was the 9. That what was that magazine?
Sierra Club?
Yes.
And what do you?
Then again, I don't have a whole lot of experience in hiking.
All right, we're gonna head on down to the trail, so we'll catch you later. So we just took off from Hanakapi'ai Beach. By the way, that bathroom I said they have there, you might not want to plan on there being this nice luxury bathroom. Check this out. On the side of the road, there's all these really tall bamboo, and it's like, if it was like PVC pipe, it's like 3-4 inch diameter, and everybody's carved their names into the bamboo and everything. It's pretty cool, huh? Right on the side of the cliff here.
I made it up this far.
Yeah, they are. They're going. Because I fell off the cliff right there. So, look, there's a kitty.
Oh.
Right in the middle of nowhere, there's this kitty sitting on a rock out here. Wish we had some food. I'm going to stop and feed this cat a power bar. So I'm hiking along the trail, and I look at the bamboo, and I turn around to turn, and there's this kitten just sitting on a rock looking like it's starving right there in the middle of the trail. So gave it a Nutri-Grain bar, and it's eating like she looks like she's happy about it. So anyway, what I was saying was, I first take off from Hanakapi'ai Beach, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to record when we get to the falls. And I start hiking up this, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to record this because I'm starting to feel like, right? It's like, are we on the right trail, for crying out loud, or did we follow a goat trail? Yeah. And B, it's like, this is crazy. Are we going to be able to do this? Are we going to turn around? This trail during dry conditions, I was saying, I think would be really, really nice. It's kind of flat. It's nothing steep like the up and down at least initially off the Hanakapi'ai Beach. It's nothing steep like what you face to get to Hanakapi'ai Beach. Kind of flat and rolling, and it goes right alongside the river, at least initially through this whole part here. But it is slippery as heck. And there are parts where it goes up to, 30, 40 feet above the river right in the beginning, and it's like this little goat trail, and it's wet, and you're literally walking one foot in front of the other. That's why I didn't even see the cat, because you don't look up, because you're looking down. Right now, as I'm stepping, I'm literally walking through 6 inches of mud. And when you look at the ground, you see slip marks where other people have slipped and everything. And I think under dry conditions, I could probably run this trail, especially after you get past that initial kind of goat part. The trail widens out a little bit, and you get into the trees, and you go into the grove. There's tons of bamboo, and it is starting to kind of mellow out as far as the mud is concerned, which definitely makes it a lot easier. All right, I'll check in with you later. So you go up the trail, and it mellows out pretty considerably. And then all of a sudden you hit this spot. Well, you come to a sign that says warning, high rivers, flash floods, do not cross if river is high. And you're like, where'd the trail go? And you stop, and you're looking around, and at least from my point of view, I was like, well, I'm sure we're supposed to cross this river, but I can't see where, and I can't see where the trail picks up on the other side. Then you look around, you see it's about a 45-degree angle off to your left if you're staring at that sign. You cross across the river right there. Then you pick up, wow, this is gorgeous. Then you pick up the trail again, and it goes through another little area. Then you cross another little river, much shorter than the first one, kind of rock hop, wade through it. And then once you get to the other side of that, the trail gets much more narrow. Again, you're walking through the trees this entire time. It's just, you can't even barely see the sky. It's beautiful. Where I'm at right now, the trail is very narrow, and it's very rooty. It's like roots every foot from trees as I'm walking along this trail. And it's coming right next to a creek. As a matter of fact, I'm crossing. Might be able to hear it. Another little stream right now. It's where two little waterfall streams kind of converge into one. They kind of Y into each other and go down. Trail's still muddy, but it's not as slippery as it was before. Walking up and down, boulders, roots, which makes it kind of hard to actually stop and just look up and enjoy it. And because you got to watch your step. Now I'm crossing another little stream again. So in the past, I'd say 15 minutes, I probably crossed 5. What would you say? We've crossed 5 streams. Look at the waterfall coming down over there. The water's just coming down the hill. It's just cascading down in a waterfall down through this stream, and it continues to go down past me on the other side. Anyway, it's just gorgeous. Hopefully I'm getting kind of close, because I've been on this trail for a little while, and I'll keep you posted. As you get closer to the falls, the trail even starts to get more treacherous, and it's a bit misleading too, because you actually hit this one point where you finally see a glimpse of the falls in the distance, and you're like, wow, and it looks so gorgeous, and you feel like you're almost there, but there's still a ways to go, because it's slow hiking. It's not like a flat trail that you can run, and it's almost like objects are intentionally placed in your way by the gods of nature to make sure that you earn this falls, you earn the end of this hike. There's a couple more really rough stream crossings. There's some areas where you literally have to climb up or down over like 8 to 10 foot rock walls. Roots are thick all over the trail. The trail traverses along the stream and right near its edge. So if you fall off, you're rolling down into the stream. You could actually get hurt. At the point where I recorded this next segment, we were walking, or I should say climbing, because that's what it felt like, along the trail. And the trail was right on the edge of the hillside. It was about 20 feet straight down into the stream. And suddenly the trail just like crosses right through the middle of this waterfall. I'm like, what? The waterfall was like running right down the side of the hill. So the hill was sloped at about a 45-degree angle, and it wasn't ripping, but it was definitely flowing at a high enough pace to get your attention. And this lasted for about a 15-foot stretch of the trail, and you really had to watch your footing because there was only about a 1-foot area to walk along, and even that wasn't completely flat. So let's listen in on that. Here we go. Getting really, really close. Just came walking around and turned this corner and went into this turn, and we can see the falls off in the distance, and it is huge. For some reason, I had no idea it was going to be this far of a fall. I mean, it's just falling all the way down the hill, and it's beautiful. And I probably shouldn't be recording right now, actually, because right after you pass that spot, it gets extremely treacherous. I mean like rock climbing. And right now, it's like you're rock climbing right on the edge of the cliff, and it's wet, and it's literally narrow and huge drop. Right now I'm crossing across, it's a waterfall, it's a small waterfall, but it's definitely, no, it's not slippery at all. It's definitely creepy. And you're walking on this rock right on the edge. It's totally wet. Now, this is a lot wider. That other one was very, very narrow. This is beautiful, Pam. Look at that. And there's another one. This shelf is a lot wider. There's another waterfall coming down a little gully, and you walk across this ledge. If it starts raining in your back here, you're screwed. If water starts ripping across this stuff. So, getting really, really close, but it's really slow going. And walking across this, it's definitely an adventure. This hike is definitely an adventure. Anyway, we're getting really, really close. I think we're probably 10 or 15 minutes away. Ow! As I fall into the rock. After making your way through all the obstacles, you finally earn the falls. And I do mean earn the falls. And I'm not even going to say anything more about it at this point here personally. I'm just going to let the next soundbite explain what it feels like to actually be there. So we're actually sitting at the base of Hanakapi'ai Falls right now, and this is gorgeous. This thing is huge. I mean, huge. I'm terrible at like feet. Like if you go, is this 10 feet or is that 20? I can tell you 10 feet, but anything beyond 25, I don't know. But I would guess this thing has got to be 300 feet. I mean, it's absolutely massive. It's easily twice the height of Secret Falls, probably more like 3 times the height of Secret Falls. And this is just from the first fall you see. If you from farther back where we're at, it actually falls more from here and then goes over the top. There's a huge pool at the bottom of this, and there's a cave that's actually kind of like recessed or part of the cliff that goes in behind where the water hits into this pool. So you can actually swim into the cave and go behind the water and look out at the waterfall in front of you. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I don't even know how to put it into words. The hike here is ridiculous. But it was a difficult hike. I saw many people fall. I don't know how difficult it would, or how much easier it would be if it was dry, but it was definitely worth it. If I dropped dead right now, I'd die a happy man. I got to tell you, this is the most beautiful place I've ever been. Sitting at the base of these falls in a valley. I mean, literally surrounded by 100-foot cliffs. I mean, huge, tall cliffs going straight up on all 3 sides of me right now. With this waterfall, this massive waterfall falling right down in front of me into this huge pool, and the creek just bubbling away. So I'm sitting on a rock right in the middle of a creek right now. You could probably hear the water bubbling around, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You got anything you want to say?
There is nothing you can say about this that can put it into words. Nothing. It is so awesome.
What about everything I just said?
Not enough. Not enough.
I don't even think video couldn't put this into...
No.
You can't capture this and, you know...
You have to be here.
Yeah, you can't capture it in a picture. I can't give you the magnitude in words, although I'm trying my best. You can't capture it in video. You know, to sit here and you feel the water on my feet right now, and you can hear the waterfalls falling all around, and the air there's a gentle breeze. It's not cold today. It's not hot by any means. The valley, the hills are it's just cliff walls, and there's just ferns all around us right up to the edge of the river, and trees growing out of the edge of the cliffs. And it's amazing. Totally amazing. I rate this a 10 on a 1 to 10. It's incredible. Incredible. Just another absolutely incredible thing on Kauai. Every single time I come here, something new completely stuns me. I don't know what can top this. Hanakapi'ai Beach, that's my next bucket list item to mark off. Kalalau Trail all the way to Kalalau and then swimming to Hanakapi'ai. But this is absolutely amazing.